story that supports him. What I'm looking for. You have to take seconds to find it.
Welcome everybody, my name is Miss Thomas and I am the Magnet Site Coordinator here at McKinley Middle Magnet, the best middle school in East Baton Rouge Parish, and I have worked here for a total of 7 years. And I actually got my start here as a drama teacher 7 years ago and loved the school so much that I chose to become their Magnet Site Coordinator, and I was lucky enough to be selected for that position. So tonight is a bit of all of the things that we've been working on in our visual and performing arts wing, and we have some special guests here, and we have I see several guests on our screen right now. I just want to remind anybody that's watching from home, if you want to leave a comment on our Facebook page under this video, I can see it, and we would love to answer any questions that you have about the program. We are a dedicated magnet school, meaning that students who go here have to be eligible, and the eligibility requirements are a 2.5 GPA, basic and above test scores, and you must live in East Baton Rouge Parish. Our first guest for tonight is none other than our very esteemed, fearless leader, Dr. Tangela Rowan. Hello, Dr. Rowan. How are you today?
I am good, Miss Thomas. What about yourself?
I work at the best school in EVR, so I'm having a fantastic day.
Absolutely.
So, Dr. Rowan, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about our program and about your time here at McKinley. Can you tell us about your journey at McKinley? How long have you been with us?
I joined the McKinley family in 2014, so this will make my 7th year here, and I promise you, I am truly elated to have been here. We're a family that sticks close together. We are truly, when I say a family, truly a family. And so this is just the best middle school in the state of Louisiana, in the parish of East Baton Rouge. And so I would not have wanted to be at a different school other than McKinley Middle Magnet.
That's wonderful. And I can vouch, I've worked with Dr. Rowan as long as she has been here, and her heart and soul is McKinley Middle Magnet. So we are very thankful for her leadership. Dr. Rowan, can you tell us some of the things that we do to kind of keep our families and our students engaged throughout the year? Actually, there's a really interesting thing happening tonight, isn't there?
Yes, ma'am. So tonight, and if I have to sneak out, Miss Thomas, that's why. We are implementing this school year a parent university. And what parent university is, and it is where the parents can come, switch seats with their children, and learn all of the different aspects what the children are expected to do in the classroom. It is our goal to have one at the end of each 4.5-week grading period. And so we are now at the end, nearing the end of the first grading period. And so we are hosting our very first parent university. We currently have parents of all grade levels here in the building right now tonight. We have 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And tonight is actually the English language arts and social studies parent university night. And so the parents had to come with their child's Chromebook, and they needed to bring their username and password. And so the teachers are going to walk them through a typical day in the classroom. So if a parent is unsure of how to log into their classroom, Google Classroom, the teachers will be able to show them exactly what they need to do, those little look fors. And so I know that we've had a lot of parents that just simply said, I'm not tech savvy. And so we heard those concerns. And so what we're trying to do is to tear down those barriers to allow our parents a better opportunity to help us to support their child.
I love that. We actually had our first night of Parent University on Monday night. What was some of the feedback that you got from the parents who were leaving that one?
Miss Thomas, you would be amazed. And it really touched my heart because when we wanted to do Parent University, we really didn't know what the outcome would be as far as parents or how it would be perceived. And so as the parents walked out, the administrators were in the halls and we were asking them, did you learn anything new? And the parents, just to see their faces and to say that they learned so many little tricks of the trade to help their kids. And so now the kids can't say, well, I submitted this, but you can't show proof. So all of the little things that the kids thought they could get away with, the teacher shows the parents on how to make sure that they're submitting those assignments and looking at those due dates. And parents are even familiar now when the kids are having their assessments because everything has been told to the parents.
I love that. Well, Dr. Rowan, we thank you so much. I know that you're so busy tonight because you've got Parent University going on. We are a very busy school, and we're really amping it up in the next couple of months. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, and you have a good evening.
You as well. So our next guest is going to be a newcomer to McKinley Middle. He is an amazing teacher, and we are very, very thankful to have him here. But just before I introduce him, I want to show you a little promo video that highlights some of our amazing dance program here at McKinley Middle.
How cold is it? Ice cold! Yay!
All right, everyone, welcome our amazing dance teacher, Mr. Joffrey Harris.
Hey,
how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, and yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. So, Mr. Harris, you have been with us for just a couple of months. What are your goals and aspirations for this dance program for this year? Where do you see us by the end of the school year?
Well, our goal and our vision this year and our motto is producing a new breed. We want to create a well-rounded dancer, preparing them for their careers beyond middle school, beyond high school, into actual career life and career goals, giving them that training, giving them that dance history, the culture, worrying about their health and wellness and anatomy of the body, just making a truly well-rounded and versatile dancer.
I love that. Actually, on the way back from dropping off my daughter at school, I saw you have workout Wednesdays. I saw the students running around the track. So I think that it's really important, and a lot of people don't realize this about performance, but you have to have a lot of physical stamina to make it through a production and make it through a show. So I think that it's really awesome that y'all are incorporating that as a regular part of your dance curriculum. I mean, dance in and of itself is very active, but you are building some strong bodies to make that new breed. So we are so very thankful to have you here. So, Mr. Harris, you also have your own dance company or dance studio, correct?
Yes,
Why
I
don't you
do.
tell us a little bit about that?
So basically, the intensive is every summer. We not only provide intensive, but we're also doing competitions this season as well. It's called Fame on Tour, and we bring in different artists from around Baton Rouge and Louisiana to give students a chance to experience that teaching that they wouldn't normally get on a regular basis here in Baton Rouge.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I just want to take this opportunity to point out that, like Mr. Harris, all of our arts teachers are very relevant in their fields. They are still performing professionally. They're presenting art in galleries professionally. Mr. Stewart, who you'll meet later on, actually owns his own theater company. And the reason why I find that to be something that is so important and vital to what makes a McKinley Middle student special is that these kids are being taught by professionals who, if you guys were giving private lessons, it would be astronomical prices, but they get that opportunity as part of their free education. And I think that's awesome. They're not just learning about it from a textbook or a video. They are seeing it, they are living it, they are breathing it. And that to me is just really special. I really love that. So Mr. Harris, I want to show one of the first promo videos. Mr. Harris has an Instagram page that is completely dedicated to dance. This is actually going to come from his Facebook page, and bear with me while I share this here screen. I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on, just one. Let me get the right one. Let's see. Still not the right one. 1 second. Mr. Harris, while I'm getting this done, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your program is currently working on? We're working on recruitment. How is that going for you?
So recruitment is going great. The students, like I said, already have a lot of training because not only are they getting the training here, but we have a lot of students that go to other studios as well. So they're getting that feedback throughout the day and in the afternoon as well. Currently, I am a convention instructor as well. So I just left from Alabama teaching the hip hop intensive over there. So I went ahead and brought that back to McKinley, and now we're currently working on isolations and body movement and level changes for the hip hop genre of dance.
I love that. And we are also actually working on potentially doing some teaching of Mr. Harris. I cannot get this video to play. My apologies on that one. But tune in and definitely check out his Instagram page. You want to give us your Instagram handle for that?
Yeah, it is MCK for McKinley Dance Department, at MCK Dance Department.
Thank you so much, Mr. Harris. And we are so proud to have you, and I look forward to seeing all the amazing things that you're going to do in the future.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Have a good night. All right, everybody. Our next group that we're going to hear from is going to be our fantastic theater department. And just before we meet our new guest, I want to show you a little bit of what we've been working on in the past couple of years. All right, everybody, welcome Mr. Stewart. Mr. Stewart is one of our talented theater teachers. We actually have 3 theater teachers on campus, and 2 of them are talented theater. So, Mr. Stewart, why don't you tell us? Oh, we have 3. I forgot about that. We do have 3. Our program has actually grown so much in the past year and a half that we are definitely in need of that 3rd teacher. So, awesome. Mr. Stewart, tell us a little bit about yourself and your program.
My name's Shane Stewart. This is my 9th year at McKinley Middle. I've been in EBR for 9 years, but I've been teaching for 18. And all 9 years have been right here at this school. I haven't really lived anywhere else. I've taught at a few other schools part-time while I was still here, but most of the time it's been here. I'm on the board of directors for Playmakers of Baton Rouge. I'm on the board of directors for the Louisiana Thespian Society for the whole state. I work with the Fine Arts Department as well.
That's awesome. We are actually hosting the very, very first middle school thespian festival for the state of Louisiana, aren't we?
Yeah, we were supposed to have it the Saturday right before we got out that Friday 2 years ago for COVID and everything. But thankfully things are starting to get better and we're healing up a little bit. So we've rescheduled it for next semester, which will be in the spring. And it's a really cool thing. So every middle school in the state of Louisiana that is part of the Thespian Society is welcome to come. It's a competition. You can showcase. It's workshops. It's things like that. And it's quite an honor to be able to host it. Like I said, we're the first one, or like Elizabeth said, we're the first one to ever have it. So it's groundbreaking. It really is. They've had high school ones for years, but this is the first middle school one. So.
And they actually decided that we would start doing that because our school participated in the high school one every year.
We have.
And
We've actually won it a few times. We won one year at the International Thespian Festival in Lincoln, Nebraska. Took home first place in duet acting as a middle school. That's competing against high schoolers from the entire country, which was a really good thing.
That is a really great honor. We have a couple of comments from some of our viewers. Miss Patterson Kimbrough, Miss Kimbrough, Miss Inga. She was once our PTO president, and her student has moved on to high school. But she says, "I'm so McKinley proud. I'll be back to visit us soon." And then Miss Johnson, who we'll hear from later on, is just a big fan of Mr. Harris. I am too, to be quite honest. This person says, "Go to the school. It is so fun." I cannot agree more. So we are so honored to have Mr. Stewart here. And the video that we're going to watch next is going to be from one of his classes. Tell us about the film festival that you guys participated in.
So Louisiana has a festival called Film Prize Junior, which they just recently opened up to middle schoolers last year, and we were one of the first middle schools to compete in it. We sent in 3 different films. They're short films, 3 to 10 minutes long are the requirements. And we actually took home this past year best horror movie for the middle school category. And I'm pretty proud of that movie. I think the kids did a great job. I think that's what you're about to show.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Don't be in the dark room, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on Halloween season, so this is actually quite appropriate. All right, just give me 1 second.
Oh my God, what a freak.
All right, class, that's enough. Christine, I'm glad you could join us today. Oh, Felicity! Class, we have a new student with us today.
Can I borrow a pencil?
That was amazing, Mr. Stewart. While we were watching that wonderful short film, we had a commenter say these talented theater kids are so wonderful. And seeing our performance says they saw this video in one of their classes. All right, and we said another fan of our wonderful short film. So that was really great, Mr. Stewart. Do y'all have plans of doing that again in the future?
We do. We're being a little more. We're trying a little bit harder this time, and we're going to try to do 5 films instead of the 3 we did last year, and see. We're in the planning phases now. It's not due for a while. We don't have to have our script until January, and the movie isn't due till April. And I know it looks like it's like really short. It's like 6 minutes long, but that 6 minutes took us about 3 months to film because I had to teach the kids editing, and they wrote the movie and acted it and everything, and it was quite an experience. It was great.
That's amazing, Mr. Stewart. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
One more thing. I know we have a lot of 5th graders in here. If you are interested, we have Descendants coming up, our first musical in a while. It will be November 13th. I think that 13th and 14th. Check my dates on that. I'm not completely sure. But please come and you can see firsthand what we do right here at McKinley Middle, especially in the musical theater program.
And this website that I just dropped down here, McKinleyMiddleMagnet.com, is our school website. And we do have a very active social media as well as a very info-intense website. So if you need anything or need to know about any upcoming performances, this website is exactly where to go. So thank you, Mr. Stewart. Yes, The Descendants is definitely something that you guys are going to want to check out. It is an amazing play, and we're so excited to actually have live audiences and perform in front of a live audience soon. So that is exciting. Here at McKinley Middle, we also offer several different kinds of extracurricular clubs and groups. Due to COVID recently, we have had to cut back on some of those things, but we are looking forward to slowly phasing some of those things back in, and our club day is one of those things that we want to phase back in. So here we're going to watch a little bit of what a regular club day here at McKinley Middle is like. So that is just a taste of what we do with our clubs. We also offer sports here at McKinley Middle. So without further ado, let's have a look at some sports programs here at McKinley Middle.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, go Mustangs. We are so excited to have our first volleyball game here tomorrow after school. It will be at 2:45, and we will be playing against Woodlawn Middle. So we hope that everyone has a fun and safe time playing that first volleyball game. Our next guest is going to be from our visual department. And Ms. Caldwell has been with us for probably about 5 years. And she has done some really great things with our students, including, but not limited to, visual note-taking, where the students are, and I'll let her explain this because she's way better at it than I am, but the students are able to actually use a different style of note-taking, because we all know that some students are more visual than others when they're learning. And they are able to use that in several of their classes instead of taking traditional lecture notes. But before I introduce you to Ms. Caldwell, I do want to show you a little bit of our art department over the past year. All right, everybody, welcome Miss Caldwell. Miss Caldwell, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. Good.
Good. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your program is working on currently?
So right now, I teach six different classes. And I basically only have 2 classes that are similar. So for my 6th grade classes, which are the 2 that are similar, they're intro classes. Right now, they are working on contour lines. They're about to, they don't know this, so shh. They're about to start learning printmaking, but I didn't want to tell them that and then them go like, oh my God, So we're gonna keep that down for a minute, even though now it's on Facebook. For my 7th grade classes, they're also going to be doing printmaking, but it's going to be a different kind of printmaking. So they're going to be doing lino cut, where they actually get to carve into, the linoleum. And then one of my 8th grade classes right now is actually working on making their own accordion fold books.
That is really awesome. You guys have been extremely, extremely busy. Ms. Caldwell, how have y'all used art to kind of take students' minds off of things that have been going on lately? Obviously, their year has been greatly interrupted with COVID and all the things that, make school fun. But I will have to say this, our visual and performing arts department has gone above and beyond to try to provide these students with ways to express themselves. What is one way that you are having your students express themselves when maybe they're having a harder day than others?
So my classroom is, it's kind of choice-based, but not completely choice-based. And so in a lot of instances, my kids have the ability where they all get kind of the same, like, okay, you're all going to make an accordion fold book, right? But what you do with that book is up to you. And so none of their projects ever come out looking exactly the same, because they have the freedom to kind of delve into their own concepts and work on whatever it is that they want to explore through art making. And I find that's been the best way to do it, because whatever they're interested in, that's what they're going to start looking into, and they're going to insert it into their project somehow and inspire their project that way.
I love that, especially in a time where we feel like we're not in control of a lot of things. Giving the students something that is theirs, that is their art form, that they do have complete and total control over, I think is so very important. And Ms. Caldwell, we really appreciate how you and all of our arts teachers and all of our academics teachers have adapted and accommodated students through these difficult times. But we are looking forward to a bright, shiny future. So I wanted to share one of the first activities that you did for the school year, and Lord above, please let this work.
I could be red, or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple, I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like. I could be red, or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple, I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like. I could be red, or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple, I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like.
Love, love, love that. So that was an interesting assignment where you found objects in the classroom, correct?
Yes.
And created art from that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So it's actually an art making process that was taken from a contemporary artist named Christoph Niemann, and he does these things called Sunday sketches, where he has to find a random object somewhere around his house, and then he has to basically, like, he sits at his desk and looks at the object at different angles and positions it on the paper and figures out what he could turn that object into.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do that within the first 3 days of school with my kids, because especially with my 6th graders, they've never been in my classroom before, so they don't know where anything is. And so it's really beneficial for a few different reasons. One is because they have to get up out of their seat and walk around the classroom and search the cabinets, and they then know where all the supplies are because they've searched the classroom.
Right. Oh, wow.
And then also, it sets this tone for the rest of the school year that, like, okay, yes, you're in an art class, but even if you're not so confident in your art skills, you can still find a way to make art. And even if, we're sitting at a desk or we're taking notes, it's still a fun class.
Yeah.
So it has this multi-tiered purpose that just kind of helps, oh yeah, Mr. Stewart, thank you for bringing that up, because this is my favorite time of year. So in October, we do Inktober. It's this all 31 days of October. The kids have to draw something in ink in their sketchbooks. And we we make our own Inktober list of prompts that we take from all of the like core teachers and the other teachers. They send me vocabulary and I make a list out of it. So it reinforces what they're learning in their other classes. And then also they get to use the like old timey dip pens. So it's not just, so they get the history behind that as well.
I love that. And I think that is something that the students look forward to every year. I know they've already started asking you about it.
Yes.
That's my favorite time to come into your classroom because they're so excited about what they've drawn. And I love that. I love it. So Ms. Caldwell, thank you so much for visiting with us tonight. I will not keep you any longer because I know you have got a busy day tomorrow as well. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Guys, if you want to see a little bit of what we do on a regular school day, we are actually having school tours tomorrow and on Friday. And those school tours are going to take place from 8:30 to 10:30. And we are asking that everybody who attends will be masked. We're going to make sure that our student ambassadors and our faculty are going to have you well socially distanced so that we can keep everybody as safe as possible. But this is honestly the best way to see what it's like to be a McKinley Middle Mustang. Come and see us in action while we are in the classes, while we are creating the art, while we are learning all of the amazing things that we are doing. And look, we have somebody who says that is a cool idea. I agree. I think it is a really cool idea. I really enjoy giving those tours, and our student ambassadors are so excited to meet all of our prospective students. So we have our final guest for tonight, and she is going to kind of talk a little bit about all of our music programs. We do offer band, strings, guitar, piano. We have talented music, and we also have vocal music. And we are going to see a little bit of what it is that they work on in our band class. So that is a little bit of what our band has been up to. We had a parent question asking us, do we need to register for that? And I presume we're talking about our school tours that will happen tomorrow and Friday. You do not need to register. All you need to do is come. And we also are providing some excuses for the students to bring back to their schools so that if you wanted to bring your student to have them have a taste of McKinley Middle, then that would be an option as well. So before I introduce our last guest, I want to show you a little bit of what she does on a day-to-day basis as our choir teacher here at McKinley Middle. All right, Ms. Johnson, y'all are busy.
Yeah, we have to be.
We do have to be busy because we've got kids that are super talented and we got to put them out there. I see you have your Descendants music book behind you.
I do. I have the pleasure of being the music director for this wonderful show with the fabulous Miss Bankston, who is the director. And I mean, who doesn't love this? What kid doesn't love Descendants? My daughter is obsessed with it, and just the buzz of the other kids at McKinley about the show. The kids are doing a wonderful job. They will present this November 11th, 12th, and 13th for the public at the theater. And we are just knee deep in music and in staging. And Mr. Stewart and Mr. Thomas are working on sets and costumes and all that stuff. So we're really excited to be able to present, like you said, for a live audience again.
Yeah, we are extremely excited about that. It has been way too long. We have some comments from some of our parents. That was awesome. I agree. The choir is always doing some really cool things. We have one of our parents says, "My son loves his choir class."
Oh,
And
who is that? I want to see who that is. I can't
I
see.
think that's Jeremiah and his mom.
Oh my goodness. We should have got Jeremiah to sing us a solo on here.
We absolutely should have. We absolutely should have. Each and every, one of my favorite things about you as a teacher is that you find ways to do cross-curricular things with everybody. And one of the things that you're currently, we've actually joined forces with our choir and our musical theater class to make mega musical theater. And what show are you guys preparing for next semester?
For next semester in the spring, we're going to present Once on This Island, which is a musical. And the students all had to audition for it. They sang, and they also did a little bit of a monologue for us. And we were able to cast them from that. Very, very talented students, just really hardworking, and we're all excited about that in the spring.
I'm really excited about that as well. And you guys are also working on a cabaret, correct?
Yes, we are. Like you said, we're busy. And of course, I'm not doing this by myself. Mr. Thomas is an excellent teacher, and I am just so happy to partner with him. And he has found a show called All Together Now. It's featuring different songs from different musicals. All of the kids have a chance to shine, but I think it's like 15 songs that we're gonna present, different solos and duets and small groups and also big groups. And so we're really excited about that. We're gonna get really dressed up and we're going to pretend that we're on Broadway and we're gonna sing.
I think it's absolutely be on Broadway one day. Would not be surprised whatsoever.
Me neither.
So we have a wonderful treat. We are going to show you guys one of the first songs that they have been working on, which is part of the musical The Newsies. And without further ado, let me share this amazing video.
Now it's time to seize the day, stare down the odds and seize the day. If I get it, that's how you win. We will find a way, but let us seize the day. Words cannot erase our fear. Courage is when we face our fears. Tell those in power, safe in their tower, we will not obey. All the brave battalion that stands side by side, too few in numbers, but too proud to fight. And say to the others who did not follow through, you still are our brothers, and we will fight for them. Now is the time to seize the day, tear down the odds and seize the day. Wars we begun and we stand and fought, someday we will somehow, and the prayer becomes a vow, and the strike starts again. Now it's time to seize the day. Now it's time to seize the day. Into the call of don't delay. Into the call of don't delay. Wars will be riding if we're united. Let us seize the day. Now I'm here, loud and clear. Now I'm here, loud and clear. Like we're out patrolling here. Like we're out patrolling here. Crying and crying. We'll slay the giant. Judgment Day is here. How's it to our love? Look what's begun. One for all and all for one. Strike, 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 roll. Now it's time to seize the day. They're seated on the race. Nothing can break us, no one can make us. When we forward
That was so good. I'm so excited to see the whole thing. I cannot wait. So that how many songs do you guys have prepared or are preparing?
See, Mr. Thomas knows this. It's about 14 or 15 pieces. But it's small groups, duets, trios, quartets, and then a couple of big group numbers.
Yeah, I am always amazed at how much work you guys can get done in such a short amount of time. And speaking of Mr. Thomas, here's a shot of Johnson.
Yay!
Yay!
It's great to collaborate with your colleagues because we get more done that way. I am more the music side, and Mr. Thomas is the acting side. But Mr. Thomas can do music, and I can do a little acting. So it really just works well together. And working with Mr. Harris on dance, and working with Miss Caldwell with Inktober, and Mr. Stewart with theater. I mean, it's just all we all work together just to give the kids the best of what we can offer.
And speaking of Mr. Harris, he responded to you. Says glad to be part of an amazing team. And I love that he capitalized team because it really piggybacks on what you just said, that everybody works together, and it is an amazing thing to behold. Everybody is so talented in so many different ways. You each bring something different to the table, a different perspective for those kids, and I think that's an amazing thing. I cannot wait for my own children to go to the school and be taught by these amazing, amazing teachers.
Yep.
Ms. Johnson, thank you so much. I also want to mention we have talented music. Miss Flowers is here with us tonight, but she is an amazing, talented music teacher. She also works with all of our teachers in cross-curricular activities and collaborates with them. And we are very, very fortunate to have not only talented music, but talented art and talented drama. So we're excited to see everything that we are doing this school year. Thank you, Ms. Johnson, for joining us.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Well, guys, that is pretty much a wrap for tonight. I do want to remind everybody that the application portal will open on October 4th. So you want to make sure that you get your applications in. You are going to go to ebrmagnet.org to do your application online, and you will need to submit some documents with that, but it's very simple. They tell you exactly what to do step by step. So we want to make sure that you get in if you want to be in. And then we are also having our school tours tomorrow and on Friday from 8:30 to 10:30, and we're excited to have our guests on campus the next couple of days. If you have any questions, I'm going to check real quick to see. Oh, Miss Kimbrough, I miss you so much. Thank you so much for joining us and watching us tonight. I really appreciate it. I also want to let everybody know that if you have any questions that maybe I didn't hit on tonight, you can definitely email me at ethomas6@ebrschools.org. Again, my name is Elizabeth Thomas, and I am your Magnet Site Coordinator for the best middle school in East Baton Rouge Parish. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for seeing a little bit of what we all have to offer, and we look forward to doing more of these in the future. We hope everyone is well. We want to give a major shout out to all of our McKinley families that joined us tonight. And if you have any questions, definitely come and check us out. All right. Oh, we have somebody who is hoping to get accepted. I hope so too. We definitely look forward to getting that application. You guys have a great night, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.